Hi, English 1. Welcome to week 25 in this course. Now, last week we started the first two chapters of the Odyssey. This week is pretty loaded, so I just want to give you a heads up. This week you need to do 8.03, 8.04, 8.05, 8.06, and a quiz on 8.07. So, as of to date, we should be up to book 3 in this, all right? And again, last week's launch, I sent you a link to an audio recording, and I also sent you a link to a PDF file. So let me know if you are having any troubles, all right? This can be a relatively difficult book. One of the reasons is because of the pronunciation of a lot of the names. So when you do this, just try to do the best that you can. Spell it out phonetically and just call that character that same name over and over again. If you're not sure, you'll get the correct pronunciation from the translation that is on the PDF and also on the audio file. So use those, okay? It's not cheating if you listen to a book. Lots of us are what we call audio learners, meaning that we learn better when we hear something as opposed to learning more if we read something. So the best combination is to do both, to read along and to listen to it at the same time. Okay, that will help you with pronunciation, it will help with your fluency, it will help with your word recognition, your word choice. So it's definitely a good idea. Now, in the next two slides for the quiz on 8.07, I want to give you guys real quickly just a brief, we'll just call it a cheat sheet, okay? So, first and foremost, you'll need to know who all of these characters are, and this is a matching exercise. So I strongly encourage you to, as you're reading through, make sure that you know who they are and their importance in this story. Now, I also want you to tell me who said this. So I rule all this wealth with no great joy. You must have heard my story from your fathers, whoever you are, what hardships I endured, how I lost this handsome palace built for the ages, filled to its depths with hordes of gorgeous things. Right? So that's going to be a direct quote. As you're listening to this, I want you to recognize who this is. Okay. Also, the last part of this cheat sheet is a matching. You need to know who all of these people are as well and the role that they play in the story. So character development is extremely important in this assignment. As you're doing this, it's very important that you start a character map, and I will actually send you a link to a pre-made character map that I found online. That way, as you're reading the story, you can kind of fill in who's who, because often that's one of the problems that I struggle with personally when I read stories that are antiquated or they're ancient like this, is that I really struggle knowing who people are. And literally, like when I do this, I kind of cheat. All right, like I give everyone a nickname. So if I struggle, let's say I struggle. Let me go back to show you what I do. All right, like Antinous. Antinous is a main character. Now, I would try to read that to the best I could, but from the rest of the book, I would just give him a nickname and call him Andy. Right? I would call Melanos I would call them Melanie. Right? Poseidon. So often these are very difficult to pronounce. Like I said, just take your time and don't worry about it too much if you can't pronounce them correctly. The more important than being able to pronounce a name correctly is knowing who they are and what role they play and how this ties in with ancient fiction and today. So, all right, any questions? As always, please reach out. I do notice that some of you guys are falling a little bit behind. Let me know what I can do to help you get caught up. So as of week 25, you should be completed with 8.07. So, all right, thanks a lot, and we'll talk soon.